Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For this week's video I thought I would film another story time video because I feel like my last story time was quite an interesting one. It was on when my best friend and I got followed at Macca's. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link that down below for you. I had a weird encounter like a couple of weeks ago now with Phil, so I thought it was kind of a story that doesn't happen every day. For this story time, as you may be able to tell by the title, it is when a stranger got into my car. So if you want to know what exactly happened, then just keep watching. Phil and I were coming back from Kmart. We just went to Kmart just to get like a few bits. We were going through town because we were heading to my work to have some lunch, and in the middle of town there's like this roundabout where you have Pack and Save here, you have McDonald's here. Why does all my weird stuff happen around Macca's? I swear it's that general area. Then there's like a road here, and a road coming this way. We were coming this way wanting to go around the roundabout and turn right. We were in my car, obviously. Phil was driving and I was in the front seat. And we got to this roundabout and there was this lady that was walking across the road, and by the time that we were pulling up to the roundabout, she kind of was like halfway across the road, I think. And if you are familiar with driving, or if you drive yourself, you will know that you have a blind spot in your eye, which is kind of like right here on the corner where you can't see a car or a person if they are in this certain spot in your eye. We were obviously waiting because there was like cars and stuff that were going through the roundabout, and Phil went to go and I was like, no, wait, there's a person that's walking across, wait. I think it took him a moment to actually register, so he kind of like kept going, and then this is when like this lady kind of turned around, and that's obviously when Phil saw her, when she turned around and she had her hands in like a fist and she slammed them down on my car and looked directly at us. And at this point, like, I thought we'd hit her, which by the way, we didn't hit her at all. Phil thought we did because it was like kind of a hot day, like our windows were like down a little bit. So she came around to the window, and this was still like in the middle of the road, like we had cars behind us. She came around to the driver's side window and was saying some not very nice things to Phil, calling him some not very nice names. And I'm just gonna give you a rundown of what this woman looked like. So she probably was like maybe like 5'5", 5'6" maybe. She had black hair, she had it tied up, she had one of her front teeth was missing, like it was just this gap. She was like obviously some sort of like Māori or Islander. I thought for a minute that she was actually going to start a riot because she looked like she was about to put her hand through my car window, and at this point I was just thinking like, shit, we need to like drive off, because if she starts a brawl in the middle of my car, like A, Phil's gonna get injured, B, it's gonna put me in danger because he is the one driving the car, and C, we're holding up cars behind us. It was just a really bad combination, and this was like in the middle of the day as well. Like it wasn't at night, it was probably at like, I think it was at like 1 o'clock or like 1:15 in the afternoon. Like obviously Phil was apologizing and stuff because she would have been in his blind spot, and I was telling her like, oh sorry, you know, it would have been in that blind spot where you can't see. I thought after that she would just carry on walking. My car has 4 doors, like the driver's side, the passenger side, and then 2 back doors. She proceeded to walk around to the back door, opened it in the middle of the road. I thought, is she just gonna yell and have another massive go? Because at this point I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why is she opening my door? Like, this is not her car. We didn't say jump in, like nothing. Starts to get in and just says, oh, I want you guys to drop me off at this place. Me and Phil both looked at each other like, what the fuck? Because she literally had got in my car and shut the door. We're like, shit, well now she's in my car, and obviously she is someone that we have no idea who she is. Why does she think she has the right to just get in my car? But then I was like, okay, we'll just drop her off at wherever she needs to be dropped off, and then it'll be done, it'll be fine. Never hear from her again. She said that she wanted us to drop her, to turn right, drive all the way down to this other big roundabout, and then go right and drop her off at the motel where I'm guessing that she lived. Okay, like it's not that far, like it's on the way to where we need to go anyways. She was saying that she'd walked from like the other side of town to this like particular point, and she had so far to go. which first of all is not my problem. Second of all, I'm not a taxi service. I get that we like obviously caused a scare, but like we didn't hit her and she said to us when she got in the car, "You didn't hit me, but I thought you guys were deliberately trying to hit me," which obviously we were not. Tells me that she doesn't have a lot of money because she obviously can't afford a taxi, or she doesn't have a car of her own. Kind of annoyed me as well, because I'm like, well, you're kind of just taking advantage of people that made a mistake, or like it was an accident, obviously. So we drive this lady down the road, and I'm like constantly like turning around to make sure that she's not gonna like try and grab Phil from behind and like, I don't know, like strangle him or hit him or hurt him basically. And I was also making sure that she wasn't gonna steal from us, because like, I mean, we'd had like a little pot plant that we bought from Kmart in the back, but that was it. And I'm so glad that was all, because like we'd cleared out my car like a couple weeks back, so that was the only thing that she could take if she was going to take it, which she didn't, which I'm very thankful for. She was having a really bad day, and that she got like a fright, and then she was asking us if we had a car charger to charge her phone because her phone battery was dead. Sorry, if you go out to town, why do you not charge your phone before you go? Especially if you know that you have to walk back. Common sense. Anyways, and at that point I was just like, no, like we don't have a car charger, we don't have this, we don't have that, because I am not your mother, and I am not related to you, and I'm not a friend of yours, so it's not my job to be looking after someone else on my day off that I don't know. So anyways, we dropped her back at the motel thing where she lived, and not gonna lie, but I'm probably sounding like a real like stuck up bitch in this video, but like it wasn't a very nice place. So yeah, we dropped her off, and then we proceeded to have lunch as normal, and I told my workmate, and my workmate was literally like, what the fuck, that doesn't happen every day. I'm like, oh, I know. So it was kind of like talking to her that I was like, oh, maybe this would be like an interesting story time that you guys might want to hear. That's kind of the story on how a stranger ended up in my car. I'm just so thankful that nothing else happened. Like, she didn't try and track us down, she didn't hurt Phil when she was in the back seat of my car, but like I can only imagine what the people behind us in the car must have been thinking, like just seeing this random lady walk across the road and then have a go at these people in the car and then get in the back seat. Like, if I was behind someone, there was a car in front of me that happened to them, I'd probably call the cops. You could clearly tell that we didn't know her. Like, she didn't like wave or was like, oh hi, or and then come around to the car. It was just like a real angry smack, come around the car and then proceed to actually get in my car. If you guys liked that story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you do want me to do more of these, then let me know in the comments, and like I said before, if you haven't seen my previous one, then I will also leave that below as well, so that you can go and check it out if you wish. Please make sure you turn the notification bell on. It's just a little bell next to the subscribe button. Just helps you get notified every time I upload a video, because YouTube doesn't always tell you now when people that you're subscribed to upload unless you have the notification bell turned on. Please check out my social media, it's all linked down below in the description box, and I think that's everything. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!